Hey, Brother Trey, good to see you. Hey, Mimi. Hey, the Honorable Jeff Booker from Seabright, New Jersey. Good to see you, Charlene. Good evening to you. Hey, Vaini, good evening. Tim, good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Sister Luana Tillman is on with us as well. Erica Kane, sending love back to you as well. Ion Gaffo, what's up? Let me see. Emmy Carmichael, I do not know. That's a health department issue, and I don't know. Angela Kirkland, good to see you. David, good evening to you. Julie is on from Cincinnati. Good to have her on. Zari, hey, how you doing? Ursula's on. Hello, good evening to you. Lasheen, hello. Charlene, hello. E. Joyce Paris is on with us. Camila, happy Friday to you. Erica, sending you love as well. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Ion Gaffo. Lita, good to see you. Thank you very much. Jacqueline's on with us. Good evening. Hey, Lil Brittany's on. Barbara Kaufman is on with us. Good to see Charles Robinson. Good evening to you. Pamela is on with us. Hello. Margie, good to see you. Good evening to you. Angel Anderson, good to see you. Catherine is on with us. Rashawn, I'm hanging in there. Lil Brittany, I didn't ignore you. Lisa is on with us. Good to see you as well. Renee Harden is on with us. Crystal Kaufman is on, so we have both Kaufmans on. All right, good to see Jose. Charmaine is on. Hey, Charmaine. Hey, Stony. I hope you're doing all right. All right, good to see on Ali on. Janita, happy Friday to you as well. Hey, Loletta, I'm hanging in there. Good to see Coach Cassell Bell on from Jacksonville, Florida, is on with us. Crystal Creations is on with us. Hello. All right, Jacqueline, it has been a day. Billy, good to see you. Miss Loretta, thank you for joining us. Hey, Mary Jane Crouch, who does such great work with Second Harvest Food Bank. Jacqueline Graves is on with us. Thank you both for joining us. Carol and Brian, good evening to you. Tashi, hello. Good to see you. Tiffany Blake is on, so good to see you, Tiffany. Good to see Julia Dinkins on. Happy Friday to you. Oh, thanks, Tim, for the heads up. I appreciate that. Hey, Eloise Dudley, good to see you. Vanessa Taylor, hello. And good to see Laura Renee on from Pennsylvania, on with us. And Yolanda is totally disgusted with the overturn of Roe. Carrie Early, thank you for joining us. Yvette is on with us. Kimberly Ann, hello, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Long, good to see you, Long, and I'm gonna do that. Jasmine, I can't explain that, and again, you don't know either, so we're not going there. Barbara, good evening, good to see you as well. Harmony, good evening to you. Ola Brooke, good to see you. Perlette, good evening to you. Jackie is on with us. Hello. Carson, hello. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Hey, is my nephew Jaden is on, who graduated from high school today. So very proud of you, sir. Congratulations. Tab is on with us. Hey, Pastor Jerome Baker is on as well. Thank you. Tanya, thank you. I appreciate that. Was a little bit out of pocket. Reverend Vaughn Jackson is on with us as well. Dorset, good evening to you. Drusella, good evening. Cheryl is on with us. Hello, Cheryl. Hey, Pastor William Eason, good evening to you. Hey, Brother Kevin, good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. Ethel Overstreet is on from Columbus, Ohio. Karina Smith is on. Good evening to you as well. Thank you all so much for joining us. Patty is on from Florida Space Coast as well. So thank you all. Lakeista, good to see you as well. And thank all of you who are congratulating my nephew, Jaden, as well. I've been to Savannah's Smokehouse. It's been a minute. I've been there. Jasmine, where you been? Look, I'm on this. I go hard every single day, no matter where I'm at. So, we're not entertaining that. Mayor of Savannah every day. You don't not wake up and not be the mayor of Savannah. You're the mayor of Savannah, no matter where I'm at. So, every day, all day. So, anyway. But anyway. Nautica. Well, this is what we do here on this time in this space. So, I don't know what to tell you. This is what we do. So, you can always come back or however that, serves you. But this is how we do here. So, Latavia, good to see you as well. David, I do not know about the fireworks. As far as I know, everything is on. Thank you, Billy, for getting that straight. Michelle, good evening. Good to see you. Terry, good evening. Good to see you as well. Lynn is on. Hello. Good evening. Hey, good to see the Mayor Pro Tem of Noonan, Georgia, Cynthia Jenkins, who happens to be in Savannah today for our Georgia Municipal Association that we have elected officials all over the place. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that as well. Thank you. So, James Mobley is on with us. Good to see Bren on with us. Elisa from Jacksonville, Florida. Hello. And Jasmine, until I'm gone, I'm here. So, that's, eventually we'll all be gone. And I think you have to look at it like that. We'll all be gone. So, but anyway, Jasmine, it's been a lot of work. So, Oleta, thank you very much. Yeah, I figured that much. Shirley, the temperature here has actually been pretty decent. But anyway, Chastity, hello. So, we do Wiggle and Dear Hermina. Good to see you as well. And Vanessa is on with us. Let's see. Sarah Stevens, Liberty City's finest, Liberty County's finest. Good to see you. L. Griffin is on as well. And to Bill Young, we say good evening to you as well. Thank you, Vanessa. And Dr. Erica Russell Petty, thank you so much. Thank you for honoring me last Friday, the Georgia State Medical Association. I appreciate that. Angie Alfonso's on with us as well. Thank you very much. Good to see Adrian Martin all the way from Jacksonville, Florida. And let's see, Virginia, good to see you as well. Good to see the Honorable Gabrielle Nelson, District 1 in Port Wentworth, and she is enjoying her first, I believe her first, it might be her first, first or second GMA conference. Rebecca, hello, and Lorraine, hello, Cynthia, hello. All right. Camilla, good to see you as well. Bernice, good to see you as well. So let's go ahead, hey Pamela, let's go ahead and get to it. It's Friday, and it's Friday wherever you are, but it's Friday Night Live, and so I thank you all so much for joining us. This is, and we did confirm, this is week number 118. We were talking about that last week. 118. 118. Good to see the Honorable Kendra Rowe from Brunswick, Georgia, in Savannah. Tammy Perkins, good evening. Good to see all of you. So this is week number 118. And before we get into it, we want to do like we always do. First thing, we want you to like the page. Good to see the Honorable Mayor Larry Baker of Waltowerville, Georgia. Good to see Pastor Charles Robeson on from Kingdom Life. Good to see Bethany on. Good to see you, Bethany, as well. And good to see Annette on as well. So, so let's do this. Let's do this. Jermaine, what are you talking about? Jermaine, what are you talking about? Not only did our city workers got an 8% pay increase this year, so you don't know what you don't know what you're talking about, and so we're not going anyway. Week number 118. So glad you're with us. Like the page, share the page. Like the page, share the page. Welcome to 118 weeks of 118 weeks of love and respect and all of those things. And I appreciate you all joining us. We want you to like the page, we want you to share the page, and then we want you to do like we always do. We show love to our girl Tara. So for those of you, you know what we do, how we do it every single week. Want you to go ahead and show some love and support to our girl Tara as we do, and so we'll go ahead and do that. So go ahead and shouting that out. So did I put it up? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Good to see Felicia on as well. Let me see. Hey, the legend himself, Tyrone Brown. Tyrone Hollywood Brown is on with us. It's good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. So, I guess today, a couple of things. Good to see Beverly Trotter on. We're a little international today. So, we are, Sabria is on from Cancun. And right now, I am live. I'm live. I'm live. I am in Berlin, Germany, today. So this is an international show. It is 3:17 a.m. On Saturday. 3:17 a.m. on Saturday, June the 25th here. So it's still Friday Night Live. It's just Saturday for me. But as you know, nothing is going to get in the way of our Friday Night Live. Nothing. And so if I'm a little dragging, it's because, it is dragging. Allison, good to see you very early in the morning here. So we're international up in this piece. So we appreciate that. So a couple of things on my mind, and I'll talk a little bit. Good to see Mama Marsha on as well. A couple of things we want to be able to talk about. Gina, good to see you. We had a officer involved shooting in Savannah. this morning, I guess, well, yesterday morning, be Friday morning at about 11:30. And we know that a young man lost his life. We know that a mother and a father both lost their son. And, you know, this is never a good thing for our city. Even if it's ultimately lawful, it's still awful for our community. And so, you know, I wasn't there and y'all weren't there. And so when people sit there and talk about all this, you know, you weren't there either. I hate that the young man lost his life, but I don't know what happened. And so, as we usually do in these situations, the GBI has taken over the investigation, and the GBI will investigate it. And if if our officer was wrong, then we're gonna hold our officer accountable. You know, and that's the bottom line. Fortunately for us, as you know, our officers have body-worn cameras, and so I'm sure that we have camera footage of what occurred. Good to see you, man. Good morning, Angelia. So I'm sure that we have some body-worn camera footage of what happened. And so until then, until I know what happened, I don't know what happened. I know a young man, you know, lost his life. Hey, good to see Elder Erica on. So that means Maya is on. Hey, Maya. Good to see you, Maya. And so, you know, where I'm upset about it like everybody else is. The reality is that it's absolutely irresponsible for me to be able to, you know, place blame if I don't know what happened. And so I spoke to the young man's parents today. And so, and I'm insisting, of course, that the GBI does an investigation. You know, that's all that I can do at this point. And really, that's all anybody could do at this point. The GBI did issue a preliminary findings, and they said that this it involved a gun, and they said a gun was recovered, a gun and a holster was recovered in the scene. So that's the deal. And you know, that's what we do. We wait for the facts. And that's, you know, I mean, I don't know. Good to see you, Pastor White, as well. Well, David, the I don't know. The city of Savannah does not operate the ambulance. I don't know how long it took the ambulance to get there, but we don't operate the ambulance. The ambulance is operated by a private public company, and so, you know, I do know that police were on the scene. I do know that police tried to render first aid, and so again, you know, part of the reason why you have an independent investigation is so that you determine what the facts are. And so I don't know what the facts are. And even people on here who claim to know the facts don't know the facts. You know, that's why you have somebody independent to determine what the facts are. And so again, I've spoken with the parents. I'm explaining to them what I explained to you. And that's the bottom line. So that's where we are. So just wanted to make sure that you heard what we know. You heard it from me, and you knew what the bottom line was. So in this, we don't, because we don't investigate ourselves. GBI investigates everything. We've been through this, and admittedly, it bothers me. We've had, I think, 5 officer-involved shootings in the last 6 months or so, and that's the bottom line. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, and other than when I talked to those parents today, even here from Germany, and spoke to them. What do you tell a parent that's lost their child other than we're going to get to the bottom of it? And that's my commitment to them. If we're responsible, we'll hold whomever is responsible accountable for what has occurred. And so that's where we are. In the meantime, I want you to keep praying for his family. Keep praying for our city. And that's where we are. Okay? And Jasmine, you should be worried about young black men all the time. We're all worried about it. But for now, we wait until we figure out what occurred. And so that's what we're going to do here. So, nonetheless, Crystal Wiggins, if CPR is first aid, if you have someone whose heart is not beating, as someone who is certified in CPR, you do chest compressions. So again, I don't know the extent of the injuries, but I know our police officers are trained in first aid. And so if someone is not breathing, the goal of chest compressions in cardiopulmonary resuscitation is to try to get the heart to go again until advanced life support can arrive. So, that's the truth. LaShonda, you say you know the character of that police officer. I don't even know the police officer's name. Again, I don't know anything other than the incident. And when I get back and the GBI does this investigation, we'll find out what's going on. So that's where we are. So let me see. If I want to be biased and wait on the facts, why disclose there was a gun on the scene for? Because that's what the GBI has already issued a press release, David. They've already issued a preliminary press release, and that's in the press release. So that's now public information. I hadn't even spoken to GBI. I just saw the press release. That's why I disclosed it, because that's what they said in their press release. So that's the reason why. What else? And if the ambulance services are lacking, again, that's not a city service. It is a private service through the county. Again, and I don't know anything about what the ambulance service were in this case, because again, I'm waiting on all of that. I don't have any of that information. What I do know is that when I've had issues about ambulance services or anything else, I call those out. Again, if you were there and you know what time they arrived, then that's something that you have firsthand knowledge about. I do not in this case, so that's why I'm waiting to see what's going on. Hey, good to see you, Iron Bow. Good to see the Lisa on. Jasmine, how I'm the mayor and I don't know. Because we're not investigating ourselves, Jasmine. The GBI is investigating. So again, there is a press release that the GBI put out saying that they've taken over an investigation and what their preliminary findings are. And is out there. So you can you can go ahead and find it, and then you will see what they have said, and you will know what I know at this point. So, hey, Debbie Williams Walker, good to see you. Alexis, yeah, 5 if officer involved shootings seem like red flags, but then on the other end of it, you know, 4 of them are now being investigated. One of them, the officer was found not to be liable, or in this case, the officer was justified. So, I hate to say it, but the truth is that when you have more guns, you have more incidents involving guns, and so again, that means that 5 times officers felt like that situations existed in which they had to use deadly force. And so again, I think each individual incident has to be taken on its own merits. All of them have to be investigated individually. And so again, I don't want to draw conclusions when I don't have the facts. I just don't. I think that's irresponsible. And so even in this case, and his parents, this young man's parents today, they want the same thing. They just want to know what happened. They just want to know the truth. And so we will make sure that they get the truth and they get accountability as well. So good to see you, Tiffany. Thank you for joining us. I need to be out of the office, not worried about, well, that's Jasmine and what she got going on. So that's what's going on with that. We hate it. We hate it, but I don't know, what else we can do at this moment. I'm very familiar with the Carver Villages. That's where I grew up, coming down here for summers, and when I moved down here for college is where I lived. It's right on Gwinnett Street, on Carter Street to the south, and Magazine to the north. There is a barbershop right there on the northeast corner, and then there's a store over on the, I guess that would be the northwest side. So very familiar with the area, and so we'll see what's going on, and we'll figure it out. Rocket Robin is on as well, from Kansas City. Thank you for joining us. Renee, again, I can't make sure that the officer gets prison time. My position has always been this. If the officer is found to be liable, if he did not act appropriately, then we will hold him accountable. Bottom line, period. And so that is why we don't investigate ourselves, because we want to make sure that there is a fair and unbiased investigation of and determination of the facts. We need the facts to be known. This family deserves the facts to be known. Our community deserves that the facts are known. And so when the facts are determined, and again, we don't investigate ourselves, when the facts are known, then we will act appropriately. And for purposes of process, the GBI will investigate it. After they've investigated, they turn their findings over to the district attorney. The district attorney determines then whether to, press charges or not. And that's based on the examination of what occurred. While I hate what occurred, again, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. And, even the people that had lives, and I've gotten a bunch of them, are all after the fact. And so, Again, we know that there are cameras out there. We know our police officers wear cameras. They're supposed to cut on their cameras. So we should be able to tell very clearly what happened. Helen, good to see you. Evelyn, good to see you. Lisa, thank you for joining us. And Stacy, to say I don't care is an absolute lie, and it's unfortunate. Of course I care. But what do you do? What do you expect me to do? What can you do? I do care, and I care enough to make sure that the truth gets out. That's why I talk to the parents. So that's the deal. So, yeah, I'm the mayor, but I'm not God. And I'm not judge and jury. And so that's it. And the buck does not, well, I mean, you know, hold me accountable then. Hold me. I mean, that's fine. Again, we don't know what occurred. You don't know, David, what occurred. So again, until we know, then, I'm going to let the Georgia Bureau of Investigation and the district attorney do their job to determine what happened. So we'll find out. Thank you, Helen. I appreciate that. And Iron Bull, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, Cheryl, thank you. It is a sad news day. Good to see B. Michelle on as well. Jasmine, Jazz. It shows how much you don't know, Jasmine. I'm certainly not on vacation. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you while I'm here. And I mean, I'm in Berlin, but I'm here on behalf of the United States State Department and the city of Savannah. And so I've been here for the better part of a week, and we've been meeting with mayors from across Germany, talking about democracy, talking about extreme terrorism in cities across the United States and in Germany. We've been learning from them, and they've been learning from us about how to deal with ultra extremism in our cities. So, nah, Jasmine, this ain't vacation. This is work. And so, if I'm living my best life, I'm on the beach somewhere. So, sorry, that's not that. Jerry, good evening. Good to see you as well. Again, Crystal, all you saw was somebody saw a Facebook Live. Again, I don't know the facts, and I know enough to know that if I was not there and did not witness it firsthand, that I'm going to wait till the facts are determined. I do know, again, that there is videotape of the incident, of the entire incident, from beginning to end. And I know that the Georgia Bureau of Investigation is one of the premier investigative agencies in the country. And I know that they will determine and give us a timeline about what occurred. I know further that after they get finished, the district attorney has the opportunity to accept their findings or conduct their own investigation as well. So there are two agencies that have the opportunity to be able to investigate and say what happened. And again, as I've told you, as I said before, we'll deal with it accordingly. If our officer acted inappropriately, then then we'll deal with that. We will deal with that criminally. But until then, I don't know, and you don't either. So, Willie wants to know why there are only 3 cooling centers. Well, this is the first time in our history We started off with cooling centers, so we started off with 3 to see how they go, see how we work them. We've never had cooling centers before, and as I started my administration, one of my goals was to have heating and cooling centers, and so for our first deployment of our heating and cooling centers, you start off and see how it goes, see if people are going to them. So we start off with 3, we see how it works, check the operations, check the protocols, and then we expand. So that's why we only have 3. Lucille, thank you for watching. Iron Bull says EMS doesn't care, they're racist in their office. You have proof of that. Again, Iron Bull, again, you know as I do, again, the city of Savannah, that's a county-wide service. And if you're saying they're racist, I hope that you are addressing that and reporting that. Hey, good to see you, Richard. Thank you for joining us. Christina says, I don't believe I listen and concerned about all my constituents' views. Of course I am, but I also, I cannot entertain, accusations where there are no facts. And so for someone to throw allegations without facts, I can't. I mean, I can't put time into that. I've explained the facts as the GBI has explained them at this point. And so, I can't go down rabbit holes of people saying things that we don't know to be true. I mean, you just don't. And so it's important for me as mayor to make sure that not only do we remain sober in this, but we make sure that we stay focused in this. And so the goal at this point is to determine what has occurred. And so that's what we'll do, determine what has occurred with the help of the GBI, who is investigating these matters. And so, I'm concerned about everybody's views. I just can't follow everybody's views of 150,000 plus citizens. I have to do what I think is right, and what I think is right is to make sure that these parents, this sister, that they get some type of accountability for what occurred. And I've told them that when I spoke to them today, and so that's where we are. Pamela, thank you so much as well. Thank you. Let me see. I'm just looking and reading. Okay, good to see Alan. How do we become more proactive to better the future of Savannah, get past tragic incidents like these? Well, first of all, good to see you, Anthony Lanier, Carver Village's own pro football star and community hero. Anthony Lanier constantly continues to invest in our young people, although he doesn't necessarily live in Carver Village anymore. Carver Village still lives in him. And so how do we become more proactive, Anthony? We do by doing the things that we do, that you do, remaining engaged, remaining involved, and trying to do the best you can to change lives one at a time. And then I think we better the future of Savannah to get through tragic incidents by, again, by not throwing up accusations that we don't have any backup for, and determining what the facts are. And again, holding people accountable once the facts are known. That is something I've always committed to. And, you know, we've had incidents in which we've had police officers involved, in which police officers were liable, and we have held those police officers accountable. As a matter of fact, one was indicted. But in the cases in which we find that, you know, it did not occur, then it did not occur. You know, we just have to see what the facts are. And that's all I'm asking for. I'm not saying somebody was right. I'm not saying anybody was wrong. What I'm saying is let's wait for the facts. And when the facts are known, then we'll know. And again, I think that there is camera footage of that. So why do I have such a high standard like the truth? Because the truth is an absolute defense. Find out what the truth is. Willie, until you work for the GBI, until you are there on the scene, until you can look at the video footage, until you can interview witnesses, until you can determine a timeline, until you can look at the autopsy, until you can determine the trajectory of shell casings and forensic analysis of projectiles, then we don't know. I think people deserve a high standard. And the high standard is that they deserve the truth. And there's nothing wrong with making sure that we have it right. And again, I've committed to this family that wherever the truth lies is where we'll follow. And they fully understood, although heartbroken, and I am with them as well. But, you know, we have to figure out where the truth lies. And that's what I expect. So that's your answer. Veronica, hey, thank you. The tragedies are commonplace all over the country. But thank you for praying for us. Nora, thank you as well. Stacy says, I don't understand how a citizen can be arrested without probable cause. Where did you get that from, Stacy? You can only be arrested. You can only be arrested without probable cause. But you can only be arrested with probable cause. PC is the standard, and so if the officer has to, and that's part of our due process, that you can only be arrested for probable cause. Now, in terms of officers being investigated, if they're acting in the performance of their duties, yes, they're put on administrative leave and it's investigated. Because again, the question becomes if they were acting within their duties. So again, but no, people are not arrested without probable cause. If they were arrested without probable cause, they need to see an attorney because, that's certainly not right. Helen, thank you so much. And Willie, again, that's where I am with you, Willie. All right, so good to see you, Ned. Thank you, Tadisha. I appreciate that. Hey, good to see Judy Jones from Augusta, Georgia. Brian, I'm in the inner city communities every day. I live in inner city. Again, I live, literally, I could walk to Carville. Again, the house in which my family still owns is 1 block away from there. So we're out there every single day. Every single day. I'm in Carver Village every single day. So it took place on the west side. Thank you very much, E. Joyce Paris. I appreciate that. Let's see. Hey, Christy, as well. Samara asks a fair question. What is the reason for them to carry tasers if they don't use them? Well, it depends. I mean, I think, again, it just depends. It depends on, I think, the level of force. If there's a gun involved, then you wouldn't use a taser. You would use a gun. But again, I don't know the circumstance in this case. So, I'm gonna wait for the GBI. But Samira, that's a reasonable question. Does Savannah serve no-knock warrants? No, we do not. The Savannah Police Department, we don't do no-knock warrants. I believe that Georgia does, Billy. If his body cam was not activated upon a contact, then officers should be charged with murder. Well, the officer is supposed to have his body cam activated at the point of contact. So there should be a video of the entire incident from every officer that was engaged. So, you know, you don't charge somebody for murder for not having their body cam activated, but I'm reasonably sure that the body cam was activated. So we'll see what that says. Good to see you, Stephanie. Let's see what else. They do shut off their body cameras. Again, the procedure is that when you enter into contact with someone, the camera comes on. When the contact ends, then the camera goes off. They don't keep them on all of the time. So, let's see what else. Hey, Nisi, the ladies of litter. I wanted to shout her out. We have some wonderful ladies that work with us in our recycling department. They call themselves the ladies of litter. They are outstanding city employees. So I'm sending out love to Nisi Lockhart and the ladies of litter. Good to see you as well, Nisi. Darlene, good to see you as well. Helen, thank you so much. Yeah, hey, Jen and friends. Jen, I hope that you're back. I hope your family is doing well as well. And yes, it's 3:51 a.m. on Saturday. And you know what? The wildest thing about Germany is this. It doesn't get dark till like 11 o'clock at night. And it's like 3:51 and starting to get light here already. It's like the craziest thing. You know, your sleep is just jacked up. But no, I mean, it was important for me, because this is what we do every Friday night. We've done it for 118 weeks. Secondly, we've had a very tragic event in our community, and it was important for me to be able to answer to the extent that I can answer. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm going to be here. And Tiffany wants a keychain. Jasmine, I don't deserve to be there. Okay. All right. Billy wants to know Germany domesticated this kind of goods. Well, actually, Billy, part of my discussions here was about creating opportunities for Savannah businesses to do business in Germany. You know, we have to create economic expansion opportunities for businesses in Savannah. And so, you know, here is an opportunity to talk directly with cities here that we already have a relationship with. So, you know, there are a lot of things, a lot of partnerships that will come out of this. So, looking forward to that. Let's see. Thank you, Shauna. Good to see you. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that as well. Hey, thank you, Shan. I appreciate you. Again, I mean, you know, I recognize that people are upset. I'm upset. I mean, obviously, wherever anybody is victimized in my community, I'm upset. That's from the police or otherwise. I'm upset when black people kill black people. Yeah. I'm upset when that happens. I'm upset when a police officer is involved in any of that. So you might be new to this, but I'm not. But on the other end of it, you I could do that which I could do. And so some of the things that you all are suggesting I do, A, is illegal, second, immoral, or I don't have the power to do. What I do have the power to do is to make sure that this process goes the way it's supposed to go. What I can do is to make sure that I contact this family, as I did, and spoke with the mother and the father, or the sister and the father, to make sure that they know that we're committed to getting the facts wherever they are. And so that's what we're going to do. And so, I'm sorry if you don't feel that's enough, but that's the deal. Let's see. Well, Lala, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm serious about this. Yeah, this is what I do. We know you don't care. My nonchalant attitude stinks. Cover up. Okay, again. Valerie, where you been, Valerie? The GBI and the district attorney both ruled on that, and the tape was released. So what are you talking about? I was there the day that Mr. D died on Augusta Avenue. So what are you talking about? They investigated it, and the footage is there, and the report is there. It's now public information. So, I mean, you do what you do. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate you. Michelle, thank you as well. Yeah, Marie, yeah. Julia, thank you, and keep us in your prayers. I appreciate that. Sabrina, thank you very much. Khadijah asked the question of the day: how can something like this be prevented? To me, if we have less guns out there, then there's no reason to use deadly force, because because that's a deadly instrument. And so, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we need our citizens to be safe. We need our police officers to be safe and feel safe. And so, I don't know, but Khadijah, that's the question. Every day, our officers are, engaged in person-to-person contact, and at least 5 times this year, they've been deadly encounters, which is so high for us. I don't know. David, I called the father and talked to him. I called the mother and talked to the sister who was next to the mother. So I didn't do it on Zoom. I called them. Even here in Germany, I got the information and I made sure that they heard from me directly. I didn't want them hearing from anybody else. I wanted them hearing directly from me. So, that's what I was doing. Michael, all I want is the truth. I think all the family told me that they wanted the truth, and we should get to the truth. So, Vera, hello as well. Iron Bull, if you contact me, I'll get your phone number. So, where are the cooling centers? Well, Jacqueline, the cooling centers they're not activated every day. They're only activated when I think the heat index is above 108 or something like that. And so right now we have 3 of them. They were opened because it was hot. So when the temperature goes down, we don't open them again. So I'll let you know when we open them up again. Persephone, thank you so much. I appreciate that as well. Good to see you. Hey, Bashar Chris, I appreciate you as well. B. Michelle, thank you so much. I appreciate that as well. Let me see. Okay, Alicia, thank you. Alicia put that out there for us. Thank you. Hey, Lenora, it's morning here. It is like 3:59. I wish I could show you all, but it's like light outside. Wait a minute, let me see if I can show you. Let me see if I can show you. See if I can show you. Show y'all what I see right now. Crap. Oh, wait a minute. So now it is 4 o'clock in the morning and it is already getting light outside. I'm outside of, I think this is the Parliament building that I'm outside of. But I showed you that, just show you that it's 4 o'clock in the morning and already the sun is coming up. So that's been like absolutely fascinating to me. And it's like till 11 o'clock. It's pretty light outside until almost 11 o'clock. So. Let's see. What else? Snowy, good to see you. Hey, Lloyd, I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Hey, Mehmet, thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. Thank you, Lydia. Hey, Natasha, good to see you as well. Jessica, good to see you as well. Hello. And thank you so much, E. Joyce Paris. Christy, I need you to be nice. Okay? I need you to be nice. Lala, thank you. I appreciate that. Tiffany, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Thank you, Larry Myers. Thank you very much. Evelyn, thank you. Vanessa, thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Tiffany, Trail, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Carol, thank you. Robert, we meet with mentors all of the time, so get at me. We have a Office of Neighborhood Engagement, and so you know we're meeting with mentors all of the time as well. So hey, good to see John Hall, my friend. Thank you so much as well. Bless you. Patty, thank you. Stacy, call my office. Helen, it's morning time here. And Stacy wants a T-shirt. Cassandra, thank you so much. And everybody wants a T-shirt. And so, ladies of the litter, L. Griffin wants a replacement recycle bin. Send me a message, L. Griffin, and let's get you a recycle bin. Thank you, Nichelle. Barbara Kaufman, thank you. Thank you so much, Lawanda Tillman. Thank you, Angela, as well. Valerie, you talk about body cams being altered. I mean, you know, the camera is the camera. So if you have some proof that a body cam is being altered, then I say put up. But you said they're accusing body cameras being altered. I mean, I've never had anybody in terms of us saying some issue about a body cam being altered. Because if it's altered, you could tell whether it's being altered. So thank you, Michelle. What else? Let's see. Thank you. My thoughts are, okay, I forgot about that. My thoughts of overturning Roe versus Wade, I was very disappointed, not surprised. This has been telegraphed to us for quite some time. I think at the end of the day, I think that men should not tell women what to do with their bodies. I think that, politicians shouldn't tell women what to do with their bodies. I think that abortion is a part of comprehensive health care, and I believe that women have the right to be able to do that. And so very, 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 very disappointed about that. Very disappointed. Thank you, Lord. I appreciate you. Thank you, Aunt Ali. Appreciate that. Roy, why is this being committed so often in Savannah? I don't know. I mean, to be absolutely truthful, yeah, we've had more this year than we had. We might have maybe one every year and a half. We've had 5. I think some of it has to deal with more guns on the street. But I don't know. I mean, we have to look into that to see whether this is a anomaly or is there some issue going on here. I mean, these cases are not related, so and they're with different officers. So, that's something that we have to look at. I think that's a fair question. Anyway. I want you all to know how much I appreciate you all. And I wanted to make sure that I came on because of what occurred. Again, we have, Kashim says, is it illegal to park on your grass? I think if you have a driveway, Kashim, because I live in Cloverdale, if you have a driveway, you're supposed to park on your driveway. But we can check into that. But everybody wants shirts. Y'all, let's keep boom. Dealt with that. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to let anybody get in the middle of what we do. So I want to make sure we caught everybody. Good to see Ethelwan from the Hollands as well. And I appreciate all of you. Again, the reality is that, this was a very tragic situation. And, one less citizen of our community, one less citizen of our community woke up this morning in our city. And that's bad. That's bad. Even if it's lawful, it's awful. So let's be real clear. Even if the officer was justified, it's still a bad thing. And so I want to make sure that the truth, whatever the truth is, the truth gets out, and we need to deal with that. And so I want us to do that, okay? So thank you all so much. I'm hoping to get back soon. Hey, Steve, good to see you. And again, I was not going to let anybody get in the way of what we do every single Friday night. 118. I didn't let 6 hours get in the way of it. I wasn't going to let 3,000 miles get in the way of it. And so, although it's Saturday here, it's Friday in Savannah. And as we do, when we deal with stuff, we get through everything together. We get through good things together. We get through bad things together. And today was a bad day for our community, but we will get through it together. We'll get through it together. So thank you all so much. I appreciate your thoughts. I appreciate your prayers. And, I just wanted to talk to you all about what I knew. Again, no one has said that what happened today was good. Nobody's saying it was justified. We're saying that we need to make sure that we get the facts. And so we want to make sure we get the facts. Yeah, it's gotten lighter out there as well. I talked a little bit about Roe versus Wade. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. The Supreme Court, there's no overturning the Supreme Court. But make sure y'all vote. So let me see. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the end. I'm gonna show you how much lighter it got. And Billy had a good day at work. Good to see Mary Albee on as well. Thank you, El Griffin. I appreciate that. Tiara, what am I police? I spent the last hour, Tiara, talking about that. Just so that you know. Hey, Grace, good to see you as well. Thank you, Rocket Robin. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm feeling myself leaving. Hey, good to see Dr. Francois. Thank you for joining us as well. Thank you, Lorraine. Ivania, thank you. Joanne, thank you. Michelle, thank you. Hey, Pastor David, thank you. Thank you, Ethel, thank you. Hey, Audrey King, good to see you. I want to show y'all this right quick before I go. Y'all continue to pray for our city. I believe prayer still works. And I believe that when you don't know what to do, you rely on somebody bigger than you. And so I believe that the good Lord has his eyes on us. And so I'm asking for those of you who rather complain, I'm asking for you to pray. Pray for this family. Pray for our city. Pray for that officer. Pray that we get to the bottom of all of this. Pray that we don't have this to happen again in our community. That's what we need to do. This is week 118, and we are still together. We are. So let me show y'all again. Let me show you so you all can see. I'm gonna open this. The whole thing opens up here. The whole thing. Now it is 4:12 in the morning, and let me see. Can I turn it around? Yeah, I'm turning around. Watch this. So that's the 4:12 in the morning, and if you could look, it's already light outside. 4:13 in the morning. It's already light. That's why I can't sleep, because everything is crazy. But again, prayer still works. Pointing fingers doesn't work. being nasty and rude to people doesn't work. Prayer still works. And so, y'all pray for our city. Pray for me. Pray for your council. Pray for your police. Pray that we do the right things and act appropriately. Good to see Karen Austin as well. So it is 4:14 on Saturday, June the 25th. And we are international today. So we are, I know, Grace, I am in Berlin, Germany. So I want you to know how much I appreciate you all. I'm going to call it a morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep this family in your prayers. Keep our city in your prayers. Keep the GBI and the district attorney's office in the prayers. Let them get to the bottom of it. Let them figure out what the facts are. And then let's go from there. Again, thank you all for taking the time to listen and to indulge. And then thank you for helping to address those who don't want to listen. Good to see you, Stony. Yeah, we being fancy, Stony. We all in Germany. So, but anyway, have a good night. Have a good night. And Billy, the answer is yes. So have a good night. Appreciate you all. Keep me in your prayers. All right? We're out.